Ted Turner, the founder of CNN, has died at the age of 87. The brash and outspoken television pioneer transformed the news business when he launched the cable news network back in 1980. He also owned the Atlanta Braves, started the United Nations Foundation, and became known for his environmental work, including helping restore bison to the American West. Turner revealed in 2018 that he had body dementia, and the degenerative disease causes dementia and muscle failure. He was hospitalized last year with pneumonia and spent recovery time at a rehab facility.
Good evening, I'm David Walker.
And I'm Lois Hart. Now here's the news.
You recognize these faces and voices. Lois Hart, Dave Walker, they anchored CNN's very first newscast in 1980, 46 years ago. When Turner launched CNN, he created the world's first 24-hour news network, and that changed television news forever.
I was pretty sure it was going to work. I never got a chance to see television news. And I figured there were a lot of people like me that had schedules like that, doctors working in hospitals, and that if we just gave people, and if we were on 24 hours a day, some people would watch us, and when they watched us, they would, if we did a good job, they would tune back in again.
Well, Dave and Lois join us now in studio to reflect on Turner's legacy. We are excited to see you. We know everybody at home is excited to see you. Thanks for joining us. Going back to 1980, this was this harebrained idea to come up with a 24-hour news network. Usually people watch news certain times of the day. When Ted Turner had this idea, what did you guys think?
Well, I wasn't sure it would work, and a lot of people weren't either. We weren't quite sure whether we could fill 24/7. You know, is there that much news out there? That turned out to be not a major problem because we had a lot of affiliate stations like KCRA, which provided news content to us. Not all the stories were gangbusters, but you know how that works. Sometimes you just got to fill the time allotted. So, yeah, it was a novel idea, something I wanted to be part of because I thought at the time, I said, you know, local news is very important to the community and all that, but now I'll get to cover and be involved in stories that has national and international significance. So I was looking forward to it, and it turned out to be quite the adventure.
Lois, just watching that very first newscast that the two of you did together, the first one ever on CNN, what was going through your mind watching that?
You know, the first hour was nerve-wracking because it was an open studio, and there are lots of them these days, but in those days that was very rare, and there were a lot of nervous executives milling about trying to coach us, and so it was very scary, to tell you the truth, but fortunately it was a big news day, so we had lots of incoming satellites, and in those days you do it every day, all day. Oh, you know, they're in your ear, take this, take that, but in those days it was very rare, and a lot of them were dropping out, and we were you know, doing our best to keep up with them. And so CNN was revolutionary in those days. It was hard. I mean, and that hour is really rough. And, you know, to do that 24 hours a day, people underestimate it these days. But it was, Ted deserves a lot of credit for even attempting that, especially with the kind of money and staff and so forth. You know, he recruited from all over the country and some network people and so forth, but he didn't have the kind of resources you would think you'd need to do that. And he you know, he chose the kind of approach he did, which is to keep it lean and mean. And, you know, the rest is history, but he did it.
Dave, what do you think Ted's legacy is when it comes to the news industry?
I think it's singular. He changed television journalism forever, in a way that he said, you know, you can cover news on the cheap, so to speak, because, you know, at that time the networks would send in 4-man crews. We did it with 2- and 3-man crews, and we did it all over the world, and the networks were at that time closing down bureaus. So he made global news coverage interesting, exciting, important once again, and he is singular in the fact that nobody else ever thought of that idea, and he's the only guy in the world, I think, that could carry it out, and he did.
And now everybody has copied that, and now it just seems so simple.
Yeah,
but
it
as
does.
you mentioned, both of you mentioned, I mean, he was such a pioneer, and it was something so different. How do you think that he will be remembered most, and what do you guys take most from your time at CNN? Because we got lucky and you came here later, but what do you take most from your time there and what you learned from him?
Well, his legacy will be in the areas of world peace and environmentalism, conservation, sports. Yeah, sure, he made a bundle doing media, but it was always for a reason. It was to further understanding among people, and you know, he was always all over the world trying to get people to come together. That was really what he was after. It wasn't just, you know, to do more newscasts or to bring movies to everybody and all the rest. He was a visionary, big thinker who had big plans, and a lot of them panned out. Not all of them, but he was a guy with big ideas, you know, unlike anybody else I've ever known.
Yeah, his dad always told him, think big, and he did.
We heard that today. He said, you know, if you can accomplish it in your lifetime, it's not big enough. You got to think bigger than what you can accomplish in one lifetime.
Yeah, he always reach out further than you can extend your arms.
Shoot for the moon, that way you'll
There
always
you
be
go.
among the stars. It's my favorite quote.
Now, I want to bring this up because we are celebrating 70 years, and we had a big celebration this past
That's right,
weekend
yeah,
at
wasn't that
KCRA,
great?
and
Yeah.
we got to recognize you as the legends you are. So it was a thrill to see
and
you this past
Lester
weekend.
Holt was there. It was great, yeah.
What's it like being back here in Studio A here at KCRA 3?
A lot of fun,
of changes, but-
great memories, and you know, of news events, and of course the people we worked with at the time, and several of them are still in the news business. But it was a significant part of my career to be with KCRA. It's such a respected television station and news institution nationally, and maybe internationally as far as that goes, but there's very few places like KCRA, and well deserved where the news comes first. I heard CNN saying that all day today, where the news, Ted and sister,
You're like,
where the news comes first. I said, I think KCRA owns that.
Yeah, we said it first. You two said it first, along with Stan and all the others. And you know, there are newer people here in the studio. And right when you walked in, I said, you know, this is Dave and Lois. They are the reason KCRA is the way it is. Because,
Oh, no.
You help carry on the tradition, which
You know, we may be in our 70s, but a lot of people, we've only, you know, I was here in the 70s actually, but so many people before us, and you met Stan, and you know, if I start naming names, it won't, you know, I'll forget, but this station's been around and an icon in the business for a long, long time, and you know, so.
But I feel like, as someone who was born and raised here and has watched KCRA my whole life, and my mom's in her 70s and she's watched it since KCRA has been on the air, I feel like especially the great anchor duos, and I put you guys up there with Stan Atkinson. You definitely left your mark and brought something different. Sure, KCRA was already great, but it takes something to add your mark to it and carry it and bring it on. And that's why I was kind of wondering, maybe were there things that you took from CNN and from Ted Turner that you brought here to KCRA that we probably carry on today?
Well, Ted was a disruptor, and he deliberately didn't want a lot of the old ways that came from the networks, of course, or local TV, but he mixed it up, you know, and it was all to the good, because it worked, you know. He didn't want some of that stodgy old stuff from the networks, and he was willing to experiment and took what was good from the networks and local TV, and, you know, it didn't sit well with a lot of the guys that he hired from the networks. But, you know, he was always willing to experiment and took what worked. And so good for him, you know. He was a pioneer, everything he did, you know. And I was very thrilled to have the experience to work there, and of course to work here.
Yeah, it wasn't a big leap, to tell you the truth. It was, you know, because CNN covered the news quite well, and KCRA covers the news quite well. So it was a smooth transition for us, I think.
You guys were already married when you did that first newscast?
Yeah,
for CNN?
Yeah, we
just a
were
year.
for about a year.
That's my favorite part of you. You've been married now 47 years?
Yeah,
or how many?
Yeah,
47?
coming up on that.
Congratulations. That's the best news I've heard all day.
Yeah,
I love
and
that.
here's the thing, that he hired a lot of couples. You know, we joked that it was to save on moving expenses.
Well, and people, he was, you know, he was hiring the staff, an entire news operation. He had to add all, and it turns out that a lot of people, not necessarily on the air, lived and worked together, you know, in other capacities. And so, yeah, as Lois says, you know, paid for the move. Much cheaper.
2 for 1.
Yeah,
Two for
exactly.
There's a lot of couples
Well-
there because we had to work a lot of long hours. It was probably not hard. It was not easy for a lot of people to explain to their spouses that they were working so hard unless they were working together. So yeah, there were quite a few, one on-air couple or 2 maybe, but a lot of couples worked there. So.
Well, it is a thrill to have you guys coming in, and thank you so much. And we appreciate your thoughts on Ted, and we just want to thank you for everything you have done.
Well,
when
thank
it
you.
comes to KCRA and our industry.
I think
Good to be
Ted-
back, and we enjoy your work as well.
Yes, thank you. We watch every day. Thanks for what you do.
Well, we've added you to the KCRA 3 legacy wall. So that's
well,
they're
and
also
we're happy to be
legacies.
there.
We're excited to have